Hello my lovelies, and welcome to Allotment of the Dead. So coming down for sundown here, and I've decided yesterday to finally get my pumpkins in. So I've put them all around the vertical, I say vertical, all around this caged area here. I tend to grow all my pumpkins and squashes vertically because it takes up a lot less space, and they do really well, as long as you haven't got something really massive hanging off a cage structure or something like that, because you'll need extra support for those. I know you can get kind of hammocks which look like I don't know, really large bras that you can actually sit things like melons in and stuff like that, so that they actually kind of hang from a structure and don't put that extra strain on the stems. But so far, over the previous years, mine have got quite small. They haven't gone overboard. The kind of the larger pumpkins I've kind of let sprawl on the ground. So we'll do that again this year. I'll show you kind of what I've done here then. So bear with. Okay, so this year I've confined my cosmos to a pot. It's just a single pot here actually, but we're getting some really nice flowers on these as well. Variety of different ones. Yeah, some like quite cute little ones. But this is kind of where I've planted the squashes. So these ones over here, they are some quite small ones at the front there, which are English Gerber custard, which again is something I got from Baker Creek Seeds. They grow almost like scallop type squashes. Again, I'll put a thing up on the screen so you can actually see what they look like. And then all across the back there are a mixture of honey nut and butternut squashes. These do really well indoors. If you've got space in a polytunnel or greenhouse to put a butternut squash, it's not a bad idea, because they do really, really well with that little bit of extra warmth, just to get them going. A bit like my Trombosino did last year. And then dotted around, I've got some other larger pumpkins, which again will grow up these nice canes here and across the top of the cage. Now, this cage has been in place for about 3 or 4 years now, and it does really well. The Narangilla, I've left it here. You can see it's already lethal. Absolutely. I mean, the spines on this are absolutely crazy. But hopefully they should keep growing, and I should hopefully end up with some fruit on it, but we'll see how that goes. Right, so we've got a mixture here again, pumpkins all dotted around the structure. So we've got the Cinderella pumpkins there, which we'll probably let those trail on the floor. They're more like the Walt Disney kind of pumpkin, so they're kind of delineated outer surface, almost like segmented, and they do really, really well. And then we've got things like Mariana Chaga, and over here we've got some of the more Asian varieties. So I don't know whether you can read that. So it says Thong Am Fan, and then we've got another one over there with something Tok. So these again quite small squashes, but again they taste quite nice. So we'll see how that goes. We'll go over to this end as well. So we've got Iran. Really like that particular squash. It does grow quite nice. And again here we've got the large flat boar. So these are the kind of the flat type of pumpkin that you can get. Basically native to Africa. Well, I say native to Africa. They were grown a lot in the kind of boar areas of Africa. And again, still dotted around. Lots of different. So there's a Queensland Brulou over there, which is grown in Australia quite often, and Victor, which is this knobbly orange one. So quite a few different ones. I've not gone as mad as previous years. I've got a bit of space for different things in here. I might try and put a couple of the melons in here as well and see how they go. The other thing that we've got coming in now is these blackberries. You see the blackberries are absolutely laden this year, and the size of some of these things. So you can see there, this is a cultivated blackberry. There's no thorns on it. There's plenty of bugs and things, but yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I've had quite a few of these already. I'm amazed that any of these get their way home, to be honest. The blackberry jam off these is really nice as well. But you can see I've got a lot to harvest, and the tay berries and things are coming in as well, so we'll have to get a hold of those. Right, so it's took me a while to get everything in. I'm still probably going to start growing some beetroot and things like that. I can put in a succession, some radishes, those sort of things. I can put those into the spaces I've got inside the polytunnels, and that sort of thing. You can probably start some of the winter radish and things like that as well now, so like mooli and that sort of thing, as long as the temperature stays a little bit cooler, I suppose. These sort of plants, they like to go to seed if they can. Just guarantees their next generation of seeds. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things. I know I don't have much luck with a lot of the radishes I grow. I do like radish, but yeah, I have mixed kind of results with them. It's the equivalent of carrots for some people. My carrots are seemingly doing okay. Right, I think I've got the sun right in my eyes there, so we'll call it a day here. I'll keep coming back to this as time goes on, so hopefully you can see the growth. All I've done really is put them in the ground with some little bit of chicken fertilizer and a little tiny bit of the mycorrhizal fungi, just to hopefully give those roots a little bit of a boost to actually grow into the ground here, and then hopefully we'll get some nice big squashes and pumpkins. That's the want. Whether or not that comes to fruition, we'll see. We've got quite a bit of time left still. End of October, Halloween, that sort of time is kind of what we're heading for. That's kind of where we are. And I'm on a par with some of the other guys down here. So my neighbour's only just put his pumpkins in. He's more traditional. He's basically was given a pumpkin last year, made pumpkin soup out of it, and saved the seeds. So yeah, we'll see how that does for him. I bet he has some ginormous ones. It's almost like one of those green-fingered guys that puts things in the ground, they grow. I'm not so lucky, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's it for tonight. So all the best. Take care. Bye-bye.